I'm here in Europe's largest library complex in Istanbul. Let's go explore it.
Rami Library is located in Eyüp Sultan on the European side of Istanbul. Built in the 18th century, it used to be a military barracks and a prison for POWs during World War II, and now it's been transformed into a modern library. It's still fairly new, having just opened in January 2023. It has a total indoor and outdoor space of 87,000 square meters, which is the equivalent of about 12 soccer or football fields. The layout of the library is really resembling a prison with four hallways and a tower on each corner. Each of the hallways is a wing of the library. The books are organized using the duodecimal system, but don't worry because there's a digital library database that tells you exactly where you can find what you're looking for. The database is also available in English, so it's really easy to use. While we were exploring, we found a language exhibition, which was kind of just left in one of the hallways, but it was still interesting. The display showed the influence of Turkish language on other languages like Italian, Arabic, German, Ukrainian, and Russian. Throughout the library, there are lots of study areas for different grade levels. We just went into one of them and explored the books. All of these study areas are pretty much the same with desks in the center and bookshelves on the walls. Some of them have a second level with a spiral staircase. The Rami Museum showed insight into the history of the building. All the descriptions and item cards were in Turkish. There was no English translation, so for us it was a bit difficult to understand. However, they probably don't get many foreign visitors here. In the displays, there were old pottery collections, maps, and weapons. They even left the old toilet that was probably used by the prisoners. In a different wing, we found a DNR bookstore, but they only had Turkish books. They also have some electronical things, like if you're missing a phone charger or outlet plug, you can buy that here as well. In the same wing, there were more hallway exhibitions. This one was just old manuscripts from Ottoman times. They're all in the old script, which I don't think many people can read and understand today, but I'm sure they've been translated into modern Turkish. One cool thing about this library is the workshop rooms. This one is for calligraphy.
My name is Miriam. I am actually a Turkish vending machine expert, and I'm here to give you my personal review of this vending machine in Ramre Kutupane. So, come here, come here. So, okay, unfortunately, we have to dock half a point because there's no water. There is water on that vending machine over there, but I think the highest for a vending machine is like an all inclusive. There's water, there's drinks, there's coffee, and there's snacks. And there has to be savory and sweet snacks. So right off the bat, we're going to dock half a point for water, but we do have other beverages. We have juice, Capri Sun, which honestly I don't feel like I've ever seen in this country, chocolate milk, which is a must for a good vending machine, and sweet coffee, not like nasty bitter coffee. But then we go to the really good part. So let me tell you about my favorite Turkish snacks. The daha peynirli with the like they're like pretzel sticks. These are the second best version of pretzel sticks. The best one is the baharatlı. The peynirli is second best. So we'll dock another like 0.2 for that for not having baharatlı. But we have this. Don't know what that's called. Love those. Recent discovery of mine. These little savory, cheesy things, rice cakes, excellent. And then the most important part, brownie intense. Not this one's fine. Intense. This is the perfect one. This is what you need in your vending machine to like put you over the edge. If you have a vending machine with brownie intense, already it starts at an 8. You could have no water, you could have no coffee, no juice, but if you have brownie intense, it starts at an 8. So my final ranking, subtract half a point for water, -2 for no baharatla. Should we give it like a 9.2, 9.3? I'll say 9.2 because we don't want to get too cocky with it. But also, it's nice and the thing works. Sometimes the school vending machines, they don't work. And then again, it's like, you could have, then it's busted, dude. This is my opinion. Thank you for coming along the ride with me.
Rami Library has rotating exhibitions, and during our visit, they had a display of Turkish and Islamic archery manuscripts. Again, everything was only in Turkish, so we didn't understand too much. They had some displays of archery used during the Ottoman period, which was interesting to look at. They also showed the traditional clothing or the uniform worn by the archers. By this point, we had seen about 70% of the library, and we were at least 2 hours in, so it was time to get some real food, not vending machine food. On the library grounds, they have 2 cafes. One of them is Smitsariye, which is a solid cafe chain in Turkey. The other one is Kahve Dukan. After eating lunch, it was time to see the grand finale, which is the Ataturk Special Library. The website claims to have about 20 to 22,000 books about Ataturk at the Rami Library, so we wanted to have a look.
We are in the Ataturk hallway, I guess, which has some very nice pictures of Ataturk in the hallway, but unfortunately, the room with all of the books is closed.
There are 22,000 books about Ataturk. And guess how many we can see? Because it's closed. 0 books about Ataturk available for us. We were so eager to learn. We had so much knowledge that we had to cover. And yet,
The cat wants to learn about Ataturk, but unfortunately, it's closed. It's closed. We have completed our exploration of the Rami Library.
very much so.
Yes. Final thoughts.
So, here are my final thoughts. Firstly, high score for the vending machines. Those I don't really feel like there's much improvement there.
Okay.
Ataturk library experience,
Kind of negative
severely disappointing, I would say,
Yes.
actually.
because most of it was locked.
Yeah, and when you say that you have 22,000 books about Ataturk, I want to see 22,000 books about Ataturk. I don't want to see
True.
any less than
Locked-
that, honestly. Any
Locked
less than that.
rooms
Yeah,
with books.
yeah.
Yes.
You say that, you gotta back it up, right?
Yes.
You can't just like drop it and leave it. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So yeah, sad about that.
yes.
Did like the archery exhibit.
That was cool.
Yeah,
Except that we didn't understand anything. But
Nope.
that's not their fault. That's
not
our
their
fault.
fault.
That's
Not
our fault.
absolutely. Although some of the niche archery words, maybe those could have been in English. Maybe
Yes.
that would have been nice.
Descriptions on the
Exactly.
thing be in English as well.
Exactly.
Actually, most of the exhibition, like even in the museum, was also just in Turkish. But the language one was also in English.
The language one.
Yeah, the language with how many Turkish words are in other languages.
That was good. I liked that. I
Yes.
very much enjoyed that.
Yes. That was the only one that was also in English.
That was a great one to be in English.
Yes.
I think maybe it would have been my favorite anyway. Okay, and then my final thought. Oh, and then lovely courtyards.
The courtyard is very big. It is
huge.
very spacious. Lots of green space, which is very unusual in Istanbul.
Very yes, yes. I do think because we're talking about converted barracks here into a library. So
Yes.
is this going to be like the biggest library with the most natural light? No, like they like the people here back in the day were suffering. So no, it's not going to be like the most like aesthetic library in the entire world.
Yes.
But is it functional? Is it large? Is it spacious? Are there actual real people studying here
there
in
are.
a very cute
There
way?
were quite a lot of
Yes.
students studying here
So cute.
on a Sunday.
So nice.
We are here on a Sunday.
In October. It's the beginning of the school year. You don't even have to
Yes.
study it, guys, but you're studying anyway. That's amazing.
Yes.
Those are my final thoughts. Steph, what are yours?
I think that the overall library it's very like study hall vibes to me versus like library to go and like learn things. That's my vibe that I get.
Would you give it a rating out of 10?
Rating out of 10
For like an Istanbul day excursion.
day excursion. I would probably give it like a 7.
Oh.
I would give it a 7.
Oh.
Give me 7.5.
Oh.
What would you give it?
5.8. But that's because Istanbul is a city of treasures. In terms of treasures, there are many, many treasures.
Yes.
I think for me personally, the only two things I really feel like I'm qualified to talk about are vending machines and Ottoman ruins. And in terms of Ottoman ruins, the factor here is low. In terms of vending machines, high. So I think 5.9 is pretty. Did I say 5.9? 5.9. I think that's pretty fair.
5. Around 5 and 6.
Yeah, around 5
7.
and 6.
7 is good if you want to wander around a lot and if you like old books and if you want to like experience a Turkish library, because I feel like there's very few of them. Okay. Those are the final thoughts.
Those are final thoughts. I hope you enjoy it if you come.
Should you come here? If you're just here in Istanbul for maybe a few days, probably not. Probably a skip. But if you're here for 2 weeks, 2 weeks or a month, and I think you can add it. And it's something free to do in Istanbul.
It's true. And if you're a digital nomad and you want a place to work,
yes, there's free Wi-Fi here.
Yeah. All your needs are covered here. You have food.
Yeah, there's food vending machines and lots of desks with study stuff. Desk and chairs.
Yeah, I take it back. I'll give you. Do you know what? Okay, 6.2 based on functionality of space.
Okay,
I'll bump it up a little bit.
Okay,
that's my actual
final review.
Final 6.2.
Okay, I would still give it like a 5. I mean a
7.
7. Yeah, I think it's good.
If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.